All the three are very vague. What he wants, I don't understand. Something is tricky. Inside him, there is something different, which he is not sure. That is how Indian people write question, basically, this type of question. Listen the question, the quality of the question. You have seen the quality of the question of Chamandev, very clear, as it is. But here you see the quality. Dear Swamiji Naman, I will be grateful if you comment on the following. Now these are not questions basically, he wants my comment. These are the answer basically. First, whosoever knocks at your door is your guest. To whom he is asking, saying whether somebody has come to his door or he has gone to somebody's door is unclear totally. Whether he is expecting whosoever knocks at your door is your guest. Maybe he has gone to somebody's door with the expectation that he should be treated as a guest and he is not treated. He has not been treated. Maybe. That is the possibility. Or somebody has come on his door and unwillingly he has to accept him as a guest. That is the other possibility. But why I should guess? What he want to ask, I don't understand. He says, I will be grateful if you comment on the following. The first thing is, whosoever knocks at your door is your guest, without question mark. This is the first question. Second question is, the really conscious person cannot afford to be consistent. He want to say something. Maybe he wants things this way. Maybe it is his belief or opinion. Consistency is part of a mediocre mind. Now again, these are statements. But why he wants my comment on the following? This is confusing question. What he wants to ask is not clear. Again, the third is, accept life as it is and don't try to change it into something else. The fourth is, Swamiji, as I started praying or doing meditation too, I learned not to harm others and live in peace and harmony. But as I go deeper, I started getting fear that I should not harm others. And in that situations and in keeping or say to be aware for others, I started harming more than before. But of course, here the situations are different. Salute you and request you to say few words. You have eaten few words. Where is the original? Oh, here, yes. All the jigsaws and puzzles, squares are fitting in their own ways. Dhanya Osho and disciple like you. Somewhere, Chamandev, Latifa and Masoma Mai has the same problem somewhere. Try to understand carefully. Accept life as it is and don't try to change. Many things are involved here, many things. Accept life as it is and don't try to change. When there is a try, there is a problem. Listen very carefully. And we know only one language, and that is try. I seem to be nothing more than a big ball of bitterness, judgment, and self-pity. It is painful to experience, almost more than I can bear. Am I doing something wrong? Maybe. You may be trying something. When there is a doing, when there is a trying, something goes wrong. Why you take delivery? Like Latifa. Latifa has taken the delivery. Word came up. The word came up on the beach. A word came up, and it does not leave me because you like it. You have taken the delivery. Don't try. Be passive. Why be passive? If you become passive, you will become God, unmanifest. There are 3 states, or say 4. In Hindi, in Sanskrit, we call it Vyakt. Avyakt, Vyakti, Vyaktitva. 4 things. Let us come from behind. Avyakt. The original state is avyakt, means unmanifest, uncreated. There starts the journey. When the energy remains unmanifested, it is totally peace and passivity. How will I come back? When there is uncreated, unmanifest, there is a peace, there is a passivity. The moment activity starts, unmanifest when becomes manifest, the story starts. That manifest takes the form, becomes a person. A person needs personalities, not one, many. When you are standing before your father, you have a different personality. When you are standing before your son, you have a different personality. When you are a boss, you have a different personality. And when you are a servant, you have a different personality. How many personalities you have? Just watch. So many personalities. And one person. Then the person is totally forgotten and the personality is living. All the time, the personality is living, and because the person is identifying with the personality and suffering. And you watch how many personalities you have. Here sitting, Avaras Khan, when he comes to me, he is totally different person. Or say, he shows me a different personality. But when he goes to the kitchen, he is a different. Immediately it changes. How it changes? Amazing. When he sits with me and talks with me and laughs me, he is such a beautiful person. He's just 2 years baby. Very innocent. Loving. But when he goes into the kitchen, he becomes angry. You should not do this. Like this. If you become, the other becomes angry. When both are angry, then there is a Mahabharata. There is a war. The moment you become tense, the other becomes tense. Or if the other becomes tense, you become tense. Then two tension. Aha, what a fight. Oh yeah. We are so many. We are, as Gurdjieff says, many eyes. We are so many. Not our 5 centers have 5 eyes. Each center has his emotional center, his moving center, his instinctive center, each center. So 5 into 5 becomes 25. And then they have their yes department, their no department. It becomes 50. Then so many personalities. That is why so much confusion, so much tension, so much disharmony, hatred, anger, jealousy. That is why what you are saying, Chamandev ji, is really indicative. I seem to be nothing but more than a big ball of bitterness. That is what it is. You may be a big ball and she may be a small ball, that's all. Of bitterness. Everyone is like that. You are not something special. If you think you are a big ball and you are something very special, I will not give you the credit. Everybody is like that. You may be very sensitive and experiencing, the other is totally deaf and not experiencing. But he is also the same. Degree fark. Degree there is a change. Maybe you are 80 degree, the other is 70 degree, somebody is 40 degree, somebody is 30 degree, somebody is 10 degree, that's all. Otherwise the story is the same. Big ball of bitterness. And how we become a big ball of bitterness and judgment and self-pity? What happens to us? Because all the time we are doing something or other. We don't know how to remain passive, how to remain unmanifest. For the first time I am teaching you how to remain unmanifest. Remain passive. Learn this. But this learning will also take its own time. It will take time. It cannot happen like, there is no magic, no miracle, no blessing can do anything. You have to put your heart into it. No Buddha, no Osho, no Mahavira, no Krishna, no Jesus can do something for you in this regard. You have to understand, you have to see. And all the time you ask only one thing, what to do, how to do. That is our problem. Like Masuma is saying, as I started praying or doing meditation too, I learned not to harm others. I learned not to harm others from whom? Because it is told to you that don't harm others. They give you don'ts. And what happens when you have don'ts? You make more mistakes. And basically you need don'ts. In which situation, in the situation in which you live, you need don'ts. Now here few people sit. They sit before me just. They don't change their place. All the time they are shaking, they are not still. And I never say. Don't move your body, be still or sit somewhere else. Because if I say, you feel hurt. But still my love waits. Have patience. Waiting the right moment to say to you, please don't shake. It creates a disturbance. But you are not aware. And I feel hesitation to tell you. Because anything I tell you, you are hurt. Because I am pointing at some mistake. You sit just before me. All the time you are shaking, restless. What to do? So I don't do anything. I just wait. I keep patience. I remain passive. And the moment comes, it happens like now it is happening. I am keeping this patience since the camp started. Now it is happening, I am not doing anything. I am not the doer. I am telling first time, I could have told this in the very beginning. To the particular person, there are 3-4 people like that. I can understand their problem. And I am here to help them to relax, to be happy, to be joyful, to be peaceful, to be meditative. And if I start saying, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, then I am creating more mess, isn't it? You're getting my point? हो जाए? Are we together? You can say like this. हो जाए? I learn not to harm others. You have learned something wrong. I'm not saying harm others. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is more subtle. We want to learn things. Why you want to learn things? So that we have good self-image. So that people should know us as a good person, a gentle person, a gentle woman, a nice person. We go on trying to improve. We want to improve ourselves. Then for that, we take something which is foreign to our nature. A Buddha will teach you, see. Just see how things are. He will not give you commandments. But all the time we are asking and it is supplying to us. I learn not to harm others. Now, without seeing things, without understanding things, you have started doing something. And without understanding, if you do something, you will have the opposite result. And that result you are writing, not to harm others and live in peace. Okay. You don't harm others, there will be no peace. Because something is moving inside you. Some kind of energy, some kind of tension is there. Now you are controlling them and trying to be peaceful and not harming others. When you try to control the energy, suppress the energy, and behave otherwise, you will do the opposite. That is what you are doing. But as I go deeper, I started getting fear because those energies are there, moving fast. You are trapped there. and you forget that you have not to harm the other, and you do the same, that I should not harm others, and in that situation and in keeping or say to be aware for others, I start harming more than before. That is very right. Now what to do? Be passive. When I say be passive, at the same time, when you are passive, you have to be aware. I am not telling you to be aware. I am telling you the contrary. I am telling you just to be passive. Because when you become active, you become unconscious. Just watch it. The moment you act, you become unconscious. If you remain passive, you have to remain alert. At the same time, you have to remain aware. When you are alert and aware, let things happen. As I told you, allow them to happen. If you allow them to happen and you are passive, you are not an actor, not doing anything, not active, what will happen? The very energy, the very movement, the very wave burn itself and its eye also. So in all the 3-4 questions, the crux remains the same. Trying, doing, without understanding. Now, if you have no capability to understand, then you have to come to this point where you really learn how to remain passive. And it will take its own time. There is a poem in Hindi by a Hindi poet. He was a Muslim but used to write Hindi poems. His name was Rahim. धीरे धीरे रे मना धीरे सब कुछ होए. He is saying to himself, to his mind, to his heart, that everything slowly, slowly. Dhire dhire re mana slowly, slowly. Oh my heart, oh my mind, slowly, slowly, everything happens. Dhire sab kuch hoye, everything happens. Mali sinche 100 gada. If a gardener brings 100 bucket of water and puts in the plant, but ritu aaye phal hoye, without the season there will be no fruit. Whether you put 1 bucket, whether you put 100 bucket. Putting 100 bucket will not help. Means impatience will not work. You want to put 100 buckets and then you wait that it should give fruit tomorrow. No. When the season will be there. So first, don't be impatient. Learn passivity. In passivity, God is unmanifest and God is at peace. When it is manifested, it becomes active, created. From this activity, now the movement starts. One takes birth, becomes a person. Now, person has no personality, it is a pure person. But for functioning, one needs personality. It is a necessary evil. But then he has to learn how to keep aside this personality and again become a person. And from there also, from person to, he should come to manifested energy, pure energy of being, which we call consciousness. Just pure energy of being, just being, doing nothing, just you are. A being, a purity. Again, one more step. You go into the uncreated, unmanifest. If you remain active here also, again, if you remain passive, while in the body, the activity will be happening, everything will be happening. If you remain passive, you don't think that you will be hungry and you will die. Hunger will take its own care. The disease will bring the medicine. It will search the medicine. You just remain passive. And once you have the knack, you will laugh. You got the whole thing. Remain passive, unfocused, allowing things, not suppressing. Because of the suppression, you have become a big ball of bitterness. Now don't suppress. Meet this ball of bitterness, judgment and self-pity, but how to meet? Don't shake hand. And don't be afraid also. We start liking. If we live for some time, enough time with our sufferings, pains, depressions, we start liking them. They become our friend. Then we create some new body in us which is called pain body. And when there is a body, it needs its nourishment. Now this pain body is created through the pain, through the suffering, through this sort of things. When it is there, it needs its own nourishment. Then you start liking pain, depression, suffering, everything. And if it is not there, you feel empty. There was a guy here, he came for 10 days, his name was Chandrasekhar. He came to me, he talked to me, he said to me, I love sadness. As if he was saying, I love apple. When he was saying to me, I love sadness. I love to be sad. And he told me he has cut his nerve here many times. He likes pain. One starts liking pain. And if there is no pain, one feels that one is hungry. Sadness becomes food for living. Pain becomes a food for living. How to deal with it? All this. First thing, Chamandev, now let me come one by one. Dear Swamiji, I seem to be nothing more than a big ball of bitterness. You say, I seem to be. First thing, don't attach I at all. There may be a big ball of bitterness, but it is not mine and I am not it. This is the first thing to remember. Don't claim. Don't get identified. Just little remembrance. Whatever you are watching, whatever you are experiencing is not you, cannot be. It's simple logic. Suppose I am seeing Priya. I am Priya. The same way, when I see bitterness, it is like a Priya. So I must say, I see bitterness. Why I say I am bitter? Why I should become bitterness? There is no need to become. Whatsoever you experience, you can experience the other. You cannot experience yourself. Whatever you are experiencing, it is something apart from you. You are not it. So just remember, you are not it. There is a big ball of bitterness. Leave it there. So what? big or small, does not matter. Leave it there. First thing you learn, Chamandev ji, don't attach I. I seem to be nothing more than a big ball. First you take the delivery. Somebody comes, brings a very big box and says it is yours. Then you take the delivery, then you keep on the head or on the shoulder and then say it is very heavy. I cannot bear it. Why you take the delivery? Okay, now you have taken the delivery. Huh? Okay, it is already done. Okay, it is already done. But all the time we are doing this, Hoja. All the time we are taking the delivery. We are piling on our head many boxes, many things, many gift boxes. And if you open the gift box, then there is bitterness, judgment, self-pity. These kind of things are gifted to you. Okay, does not matter. First thing, what I am indicating is, don't attach your I. See bitterness as bitterness, judgment as judgment, self-pity as self-pity. Don't attach I. In the beginning, it is difficult and arduous in the beginning because of old conditioning, because of old habit. But you have to create a new habit to undo this. And what is the new habit? The new habit is that remain alert, not to attach your I. Don't get identified with it. That's all. Bitter. Now you have piled so many things. Your house, all the rooms are filled with all these things. It will take time to throw them out. It will take time. By the time you start with this, that you don't take new delivery first thing. And when you are not taking it, because you are all the time occupied taking new deliveries, go on signing. Stop signing first thing. Second thing, we will throw one by one. I seem to be nothing more than a big ball of bitterness, judgment and self-pity. Does not matter. First thing, take your I. It will take time. Now it has happened. Suppose you take a sellotape and put here, sellotape, and then you try to peel. There will be pain. It is going to be painful process. And identification means this. Both are so together with each other, it is difficult to take it out. But there is a hope. There is always a hope. And I am telling you because I am here and I am helping you. I am very sure you will, when you will return, you are not the same person. That is for guaranteed. You are not going to be the same. But remember, when there is a season, only then there is a fruit. First thing you have to remember is not attaching the I. Whatsoever you are watching, whatsoever you are seeing, whatsoever you are experiencing, it may be inside you, but you are outside of it. That is for sure. You are on a distance. Otherwise, you cannot watch it. You never know. You know, it simply means you are at a distance. So keep the distance intact. Don't go near. Remain passive. Second thing, remain passive. Third thing, allow them. It may take 2 days, 10 days, 20 days, 2 years, 10 years, or 10 lives. Okay. When I say 10 lives, what I mean to say? I mean to say patience. Keep patience. Because I don't know how many lives you have spent with all this. At least give little time. And when I say, it does not mean it will take 10 lives. If you understand, it may take only 10 seconds. It depends. Kamlesh, don't believe. A big pile of bitter judgment and self-pity, it is painful to experience. Now the habit of experiencing is already there. I cannot tell you don't experience. It will not help you. Because the habit is there. But you can do. Leave the experience there. What you are experiencing basically, factually, that something is there, maybe bitter, maybe sweet. Bitter we don't like, sweet we like. When we don't like, we have attitude. When we like, we have attitude. We have to break this attitude. Don't say bitter, don't say sweet. Just don't say anything, just remain unmanifested, passive. The moment you say bitter, you are active. Getting the point? The moment you say it is bitter, you have taken some stand, you are already doing something. Remain passive. Slowly, my dear, maybe 10 lives, slowly, you will learn. It is painful to experience almost more than I can bear, yes. Because you want to get rid of that is why. Just remain passive. Don't try to get rid of. Don't even try to get rid of. Let the pain be there. Let it burn itself. It will burn itself. The pain will burn itself. Don't try to go away. Just remain a witness. And when you are passive, you are a witness. When you are passive, you are a witness. Nobody teaches them because they don't know, first thing. What they teach, they think they are teaching very great things. They create a mess. And if they give you the right thing, their shop will be closed. There will be no more ego. A real master has no shop. Now you must be waiting after this camp that when I do the next retreat. Not sure. If my master comes and tells me, okay, Chaitanya, you have to do 108 days camp, I will say, okay, my master. Otherwise, I will keep quiet. What I do in my house, I just watch TV and smoke cigarette. Sometime if there are few friends, I play cards with them. That's it. Simple. I'm not in the marketplace to run my business. And when there is a chance, there is a showering. If you can take anything, it is yours. I open the Pandora box. It is up to you. What you like it, what you take it. Am I doing something wrong? If you are doing something that is wrong, don't do a thing. Just don't do a thing. And Chamande, I have trust in you. You will be able. Remain passive. Carry on. Go on moving. When I'm saying go on moving, I literally means don't move. That's all. So, please speak more on passivity if there is time. There is time. Don't worry. There is a time. Until you arrive, you cannot be left alone. It is not only your job, it's God's job also. He is also waiting for you. But He loves hindrances. First He creates mess, then He sorts it out. That is how His business goes. First He becomes manifest, and then the whole manifestation and the people and whatnot, and then again He comes back, remains passive in His aloneness, where He does not know that He is. If you really enter into the passivity, you will forget that you are. When you forget that you are, you have entered into the absolute state, unmanifested, uncreated, where you just forget that you are. When you just remember that you are, this is the manifested Vyakt. And if you think you are a person, then you may be living in the personalities. First, you understand these personalities. Don't worry about your self-image. All the time you are holding your self-image, working for it, creating all sorts of problems. Latifa, it does not leave me alone because you like the word mercilessly used. At least for 7 days. Be mercifully your own, not mine. If you meet me somewhere outside or inside, spit on me. But my context, Rajan, is totally different. Now this is the context, what I mean. Here for 7 days, if you just experience your aloneness, the deeper silence where no other exists at all, not even a Buddha, not even Osho, not even Swamiji, just you, alone. Mercy. Then, if you experience this aloneness, the very silence of your being, where you only are, all the others have disappeared, including your master, the one you love, then you can say, mercilessly or mercifully yours. Then I will accept. Just now my suggestion is, don't pay any attention. It's exactly like a dog comes, starts still, moving its tail. Immediately we become merciful. We start moving our tail also. That is how things starts. 2 days, 2 people are not coming in yoga classes. I told them, okay, come on the sea. So they come. So while they are meditating, dog comes. He goes to first to him, then to him, then to him, then to him. No, it is very difficult to keep him away. But I never paid any attention. So after 2 minutes, he understood everything and he went away. First day, I tried to make him fearful. I took something in my shoes. He started more trailing. Then I kept quiet. He was Sometime coming this way, this way, this way, this side. But I just stand still. I said, okay, do whatever you like. But giving no attention, he understood that this person is different. He just went away. These type of things come. These are all dogs. They need your attention and you give them. When you remain passive, you don't give them attention. Though attention is there, but you are not paying to them. Don't pay any attention. If you pay them attention, they will move their tail even more. Sometime you are passing by. A dog sees you and starts barking. What do? You become afraid first thing. Then you try to find some stone and make him afraid. Then he becomes more angry. Do one experiment. When this kind of thing happens, you just stand still. You just stand still and see what happens. He will be confused. He will become confused. What to do now? Because he wanted some activity from your side and you are doing something unexpected. You are just standing still. You are not behaving. You are not behaving like a good boy. So he will become confused. Then he will 2-3 times say bon bon and will turn back. Don't do a thing. I have kinetic Honda. This is a scooter, two-wheeler in my house. Sometime I am going on the road. A dog comes chasing and barking. Immediately I put the brake and I just stand. He get confused. He does not know what to do. The dog does not know what to do. Once again I started, again he ran, again I. It is not his experience. But the trick is, don't move. The trick is don't move, that's all. Don't move means remain passive. Remain passive means witnessing, not doing anything. In passivity, this passivity, what I am talking about, is in the waking state. Means you are alert and you are aware. That is for sure. Yes, if you follow like this, what to do and what not to do. That is what all the religion teaches. That don't harm others. Nobody, every religion gives this teaching and everyone has this teaching. That you should not harm others. But everybody is harming others. Try to see. Understand. Understanding is arduous. It is difficult. Nobody wants understanding. Because it is arduous. You want simple things. Tell me what to do. If I tell you what to do, and if I tell you what not to do, you will never grow. And that is my business. That you should follow me. The priest and politicians gives you do and don'ts. Because they want you to remain there as a slave forever. And we have accepted it and spoiled ourselves like anything. We became a mess. Now to come out of it, a patience is needed, and the right guidance and the right knowledge. Without the right knowledge, without the right guidance, a friend to whom you can walk with only becomes a possibility. तो मासूमा जी, पहली तो बात, जो मैं कह रहा हूं कि निष्क्रिय बने रहिए। कुछ भी करने जाओगे, अच्छा भी करने जाओगे तो गड़बड़ होगी, क्योंकि अच्छा करने के लिए पहले अच्छे होना जरूरी है। अच्छे होने का मतलब होता है, क्या मैं शांत हूं, क्या मैं प्रसन्न हूं, क्या मैं आनंदित हूं, क्या मैं विश्राम में हूं। अगर नहीं हूं तो मैं कैसे दूसरे को नुकसान नहीं पहुंचाऊंगा। मैं जो भी करूंगा उसमें नुकसान ही पहुंचेगा। विश्राम, निष्क्रियता, धीरे धीरे पकड़ लो। ये पकड़ में आ गया तो सब पकड़ में आ जाएगा। हो गया?